Hello all again, I hope you all enjoyed your Easter, and speaking of the death of Christ, David Hayter is not going to be the voice of Snake, aka Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Now a lot of people are in an uproar, and I understand the uproar, but here are my thoughts on the fact that David Hayter has not been called back to voice the voice of Big Boss. David Hayter, if you didn't know, has been the voice of Solid Snake and Naked Snake for all of the Metal Gear Solid games. There are going to be some spoilers in my thoughts on this right here for Metal Gear Solid 4, so if you haven't played 4 and you plan on it, don't listen to this. I say Naked Snake and not Big Boss because David Hayter did not play the voice of Big Boss at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4. That was Richard Doyle. David Hayter played the voice of Solid Snake and young Big Boss. David Hayter still played the voice of Old Snake. Richard Doyle played the voice of Old Big Boss. So I always thought to myself, at a point in Big Boss's life, if they keep going along with these games, there has to be a point where Big Boss sounds less like David Hayter and more like Richard Doyle. That's just what the facts say in terms of the voice actors they got for the roles. And now David Hayter is not the voice of Big Boss. Now I'm not saying this is why. This is what I'm telling myself anyway. That if this game takes place 9 years after Big Boss went into a coma, if you're gonna make Big Boss a different character than Snake and not have the two sound alike, which you have established in previous games that has to happen, I guess this would be the time for it. So I guess I'm saying I understand why David Hayter's not in the game. I hate that. I want nothing more than to just sit here and rant about the fact that David Hayter is not going to be Snake in this game, or Big Boss rather. And I know the natural response to this is, well, the Japanese voice actor they've had to play Snake thus far does play Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 5, the Japanese version that is, in which case my response would be maybe the Japanese voice actor they've had to play Snake sounds like the Japanese voice actor they got to play Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 4. I can't qualify that. If I'm being completely honest with you, I am terrible at telling Japanese voices apart. That's just an honesty I'm giving you. If you had Japanese voice actor 1, 2, and 3 lined up and they all said the same line, then I close my eyes and they shuffle around and they say the same line again, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one was 1, 2, or 3. I would fail that miserably. I do know this though, David Hayter sounds nothing like Richard Doyle at all. So this might have been the case of the casting agent who cast the American voices may have screwed David Hayter out of being in Metal Gear Solid 5 by casting Richard Doyle as Big Boss, because they don't sound a thing alike. But it might just all be political. Maybe David Hayter screwed someone's wife and the producer was like, yeah, he's off the project. I just don't know. But I'm gonna continue to tell myself that it does make sense to not have David Hayter in the game because of how the voices should sound at this point. However, I'm going to miss David Hayter's voice. It's not the same without him. The dude's been Snake since 1998. You don't just write that off without fans being sad. He will most certainly be missed by every Metal Gear Solid fan that lives, and probably the rest who do not live anymore. All right, so David Hayter not being the voice of Big Boss, do you think it's an okay call to make? Do you think it makes sense? Or do you think it's complete bullshit across the board? Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.